Hello, Da Vinci. Welcome back. This is your computing lesson for today. So we're looking at information technology that's around us. So what we're going to be looking at is, during the whole unit that we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at information technology that's in school and beyond school. Think about how information technology improves our world, and we're also going to be making sure that we're using information technology responsibly. So what is information technology? Well, these are our learning objectives today. So what computers, let me move myself, have you used or seen in school? What computers have you used or seen whilst in school? I gave you a bit of a clue there. I gave you a bit of a clue, okay? Have a think, pause the video. What computers or devices have you seen in school? Right, let's go on. So I gave you a big clue there by accident. The first thing that we've seen is we've definitely seen the VR. That's one of my favorite things, and I know we all enjoy using the VR. But the VR, where it looks like we get transported to somewhere else in the world, and we can have some fantastic looks at things. And I know we looked at all our 7 continents using this, and that was very, very exciting. Let's have a look at something else that we've got in school. We've got our Learn Pads. Now, I know we use these sometimes occasionally, but we've also got a big version of this, which is like the smart board that's out in the breakout. That's another thing that we've got. Then we've got our computing room. Now, this isn't exactly our computing room, but it looks very similar to this. So how are these devices similar? So talk to your Teddy. What do we notice about these devices? What's the similar? What, not quite the same, but what's similar? Thank you for having that discussion. So let me move myself out of the way. I'm going to put myself right in the middle of the screen. They all have screens, so they've all got on-off buttons. They need power, so they need electricity to work. They've all got some buttons or some keys on them. They might have a mouse or a way to choose things, like maybe a touch screen, like this one down here. They might have a trackpad, which is this bit in the middle. If I move myself down here, if you look at the computing laptop here, this small square here with this bar in the middle, this is a trackpad. Now it's just like a mouse that you'd use to move your cursor around the screen. It's just like a mouse, but it's small. Okay, so what else is similar about these? Well, they may be able to make some sound, or the record sound. They might have a camera, or they might be able to take some pictures. They may be made from a similar material. They might be plastic or metal. They might have sockets. So there's like little holes that can either give electricity out, like powering USB things, or they might be used to plug in a keyboard or plug in a mouse. And they might look like this. If I just unplug this, it might look like this. And these just plug in to the side of your computer, and then it makes other things like the mouse, makes them work. Let's plug that back in. So let's see what else. How are they different? How are these things different? Well, some of them are portable and some are not. Some have to be plugged in at all times, some don't. Some have wires and some have none. So these are all the things that are different. Now, some of the key words there, portable. Portable means you can carry it round with you. So one of the things that I've got here that is portable is I've got the tablet from the VR. It is portable. I can move it around. It's not stuck in one place. However, the desktop, which is what we call this device here, the computer, that is in one place. You can't pick that up with you, take it in a bag and wander around and use it wherever you want, because it needs a plug to work. It doesn't keep its battery. It needs this power block to work. It's called a tower block, sorry. So all those things are needed, which means it's not portable. But something like a laptop and something like a tablet, you charge them up with the cable. You can then take the cable out if it's got no wires with it. You can shut it down, you can put it in a bag, and you can take it out on the train, and you can still use it there. And that means it's portable. You can bring it with you. So, talk to you, Teddy. I can use a computer too. What do you reckon you could use a computer to do what? What could it be used for? Pause the video and have that discussion. So I can use a computer to do some digital painting. We've made our own artwork before using a computer. You could do some drawing or some colouring with it. So that's one thing you could do. Another thing you can do with it is you can do writing documents. So like using a Word document or the PowerPoint that we've used. That's another thing you can use it for. You could also use it for playing games. Now you can see this boy here has got his tablet and he's playing Minecraft. That is another use that we can have for a computer. Now, what are these? You can look at all these things. What are they all? Nice quick question. Well, all these things, they're all living things. They're all plants. Next one. Move myself out of the way. What are all these things? This one, this one, this one. They're all living things, but they are all animals. Now, what are all these things? These things are all computers. Let's have a look at these things that I've got here. Can you name some of the things that are on the screen here? You can pause the video and you can have a bit of time to discuss and maybe point at your screen to say which one's which. Right, let's go through which ones are which. So we've got up here in the top corner, that's a camera. That's used to take photos. It's not like a phone where you can make phone calls, it's just a camera. And you can also do videos on cameras. This here, this is the laptop. Now, this is what I'm working from. So it means I can use this. I can work in school, can then take it home with me and I can work in my home. And this is portable. This is a desktop computer. Now, you call it a desktop because it sits on a desk and you call it a desktop computer. And it needs a big tower block next to it, which is this big square rectangle device here. And it lots of wires that go into the plug sockets, lots of wires that plug into the monitor, lots of wires for your mouse and your keyboard, and lots of things can be done on this that you can't do on a laptop. Like it might have more power, it might be able to do harder tasks, but some laptops can do what a desktop can do. We've then got a tablet here, like the one that I showed earlier. We have a tablet. Now it's one which is like a laptop, but it's portable. It's small, it's only the size of a bit bigger than my hand, so it means that I can take it wherever I need to go. Down here, this is a tricky one. Now, this is what we call a USB. Now, it's a portable bit of information. And what it's like is inside your computer, you've got some memory, and it's like a brain. Now, your brain can think for itself. Sometimes we need to tell computers what to do. This is purely for holding memories. So you can maybe tell it to remember your PowerPoint and you'd say, right, USB, you need to remember this PowerPoint. Now, if I put it in my laptop, if I wanted to take a laptop's memory with me, I'd need to take the whole laptop. But with a USB, you can put things on the memory. You can then pull it out, put it in your pocket, off you go to work. You can put it in another computer and it's still got that memory that you've saved on it. So it's like it's portable, which means you can bring it to places and you can take it wherever you need to go and it's always got that information on it. This one should hopefully look a bit familiar, but I know it's a little outdated now, which means it's a little older. But this is one of the original smart boards. So instead of it being like an interactive whiteboard that we've got now at school, this is what we used to call a smart board. There used to be lots of wires that plug into your laptop. And then this above is a projector and it would project the image down here. And then you've got down here, you've got your little slots for your different colored pens. Now we're really lucky we've got one pen that does all the colors. Before we had these colors that were black, red, green and blue, and they were the only colors that you could use. And then in the middle, you usually have a rubber and you'd rub the screen with the rubber and it would rub out. So now we've come a long way to be able to use one pen that does everything. Next, we've got this, which is you might have at home, you might have seen in school. These are printers. So you send your information from your computer or your laptop and you send it to the printer to print out whatever you put on your screen. So all of these aren't computers. I can tell you right now, not all of these are computers, but they are all information technology. They're all technology that deals with information and computing, okay? So all of these are computers, or they have a computer inside them, or they work with computers. All of these are information technology. So you can see the laptop, the computer, and the tablet or the desktop, they're all computers. Then you've got a printer, and you've got a smartboard, or you've got your camera. They all have a computer inside them that help them work. And then they work with computers. Now, a lot of these work with computers, like the smartboard, the printer, the USB, they work with computers as well. But things like the USB, you can't do anything on its own without putting it in a computer. Just like a printer, you might not be able to do anything with it unless you plug it into your computer to tell it what to do. Now, let's have a look at the odd ones out. Which two of these aren't information technology? Which two of these pictures are not information technology? I'm hoping we've shouted at the screen saying, oh, this is easy. It's the paint pot and the pan. These two aren't computers. They don't have computers inside them. They don't work with computers. They're not anything to do with computing. This is paint and this is a pan. Information technology is anything that is a computer, has a computer inside it, or works with computers. Now, it's your turn. What I want you to do is I've got a sheet here. Now, it's very easy to create. It's a blank piece of A4, line down the middle, information technology, not information technology. And I want you to go and draw and label some things around your house that are information technology and the things that are not information technology. So I could give you an example. I might write down and draw on one side a tablet. That's going to be information technology. On the other side, I might draw a water bottle. This is not information technology. It doesn't work with computers. It doesn't have a computer in it. It's not designed with any sort of information in it. It is just a water bottle. So that's not information technology. It's your turn. I look forward to seeing some of the things that you've managed to be creative with and find. Remember, that was my dog snoring, sorry. Remember that you could be as creative as, we've got a washing machine here. We've also got a phone here. These have computers inside them. You tell them what to do and they do it. I look forward to seeing your post onto Tapestry. Thank you very much, and thank you for all being very patient with my Tapestry posts. I've got lots of people engaging, so I'm getting through them as quick as I can. So I really appreciate you all being so patient. Thank you very much, Vinci. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.